odogwu bili eze ndị Igbo gburugburu Nnamdi Kanu ọchịagha ụmụ Igbo odogwu Biafra bili odogwu ndị MAZI na-agbala ọkụ eziokwu n'enu wesi Kanu n'enu ụwa n'osi na chi ya dị mma mgbe mbụ ka sị na Nwaeze enwelo nwa mana tata na Nwaeze enwegokwa nwa mgbe mbụ ka sị na Igbo enwela eze mana tata na anyị bụ Igbo anyị enweghị ezenu Nnamdi bụ ya bụ eze ndị Igbo eziokwu n'enu ụwa ebuka eziokwu n'enu ụwa siri ikenu eziokwu n'enu ụwa esi Kanu ọkwa ịma na onye na-achọ onye aka ya dị ọcha na ọchụgido onye n'enu ụwa chụbịa n'ụwa ọmanụ o ji be nwata
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu odogwu ndị MAZI na
United Kingdom, North London to be precise. We give credit to the owner of the videos or audio to be used on this program. Disclaimer: Facebook/YouTube/Twitter. We have no rights to music or videos used on this broadcast and no intention to fringe on the copyright or profit from it. Please allow us to use this to educate our listeners.
For Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that Chukwokika Biama may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, Chukwokika Biama Purimi Henine, unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children IPOB to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, O Mighty One, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake, Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech thee, O Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. He said,
without fear before our enemies, we have sworn an oath to restore Biafra, or we die in the process. There will be no retreat and no surrender. If the option they give to us is to seek our restoration by violence, every living thing living in the zoo will be destroyed. All the animals will be destroyed. It's a promise and a pledge we are making to them. They must understand that we just don't love our country. We are fanatical about Biafra. We will do everything humanly possible to ensure that Biafra comes. It is either the flag of Biafra is raised up or I am lowered into the grave. One of the two must happen. It is better for this heaven and this earth not to exist than for Biafra not to come to pass. We dedicate it into the hands of Chukwu Abiyama, the creator of the heavens and the earth, because only him decreed that we should exist as a race, and only him has the say to decide and to determine if we are to survive or not. We don't rest our hopes in any man. We don't believe that any country can do anything for us. We are going to reaffirm our faith in the supremacy of the creator of the heavens and the earth, Chukwu Abiyama, upon to whom and in whom every glory and honor belongs to. That's why we worship him and nothing else and no other. We worship the one true living God. That is who we worship. That is why we were created. We are not like any other people. We have been chosen by Chukwu Abiyama to serve him. We have been chosen by the creator of the heavens and the earth that we may serve him. That is why in our names it contains every praise imaginable. Every praise imaginable to the Most High is contained within our names, because we are very special people. We are here to reaffirm and reiterate that. We are here to ensure that this very march towards our freedom cannot be hindered. Any obstacle on our way, real or imagined, man or woman, adult or child, anything it is, once you are an impediment to the restoration of the sovereignty of Biafra, you will be destroyed completely and totally. In every way imaginable. We do not forgive. There is no forgiveness in our dictionary.
Afi bona choge Biafra roko ya kare mano namo. Afi bona choge Biafra roko ya mako kare mano urugo. Afi bona choge Biafra roko ya kare mano namo. Imana deka dinta jarabia. Gana buga baya, we manadika, dinta jarabia, gana buga.
Good evening, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom. This is Biafra of Power Media International. I'm reaching you out from United Kingdom, and my name still remains Mazzi George is Umeh. I reside here in United Kingdom as one of the humble servants of indigenous people of Biafra here in North London, to be precise. And today is the 16th day of June, year of our Lord 2024. And it's 14 minutes on top of the hour, 9 p.m. here in the United Kingdom, and the same 14 minutes on top of the hour in the Holy Land of Biafra. And today is the day they deem as the Father's Day. And I shout out to all the fathers, and most importantly, our indefatigable supreme leader, MAZI, KANU, regardless that the enemy still held him hostage in the dungeons of the DSS in the Federal Capital Territory of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. This evening we come late, and we'll be coming late because of circumstances have changed. And I indulge you, this is a platform where we spell things to a layman perspective, and everything we do here, we do it in the interest of Biafra at large, and most importantly, to keep the record straight in everything that has bothered within IPOB. Whenever the misinformation comes up, we allow the agent of provocateur to trade around before we come on air to lay things to bear as we normally do. My name is MAZI Umeh. I'm an IPOB gatekeeper, and I owe no apology to anybody. And this is a particular race that everybody must hold themselves accountable to. We sworn an oath to restore Biafra, regardless whoever might be hurt in the middle of it. On the path to restore our dignity as a race, as a people, we must not leave any stone unturned. That is why our leader find it fit that our kith and kin must not be left behind. A lot of people have questioned MAZI, why do you dragging people that deem that they're claiming they're not Igbos? Anytime you have people to be inclusively, things we go wire. But this evening, before I proceed before I go into my monologue, I want to give this particular shout out to our Supreme Leader, MAZI, because MAZI remain the only man dead or alive. What he has done for the life of Biafrans and Black people at large, you might not understand. He's a living being that all his word have come to pass before me and you. Every single word that MAZI have said have come to pass. The only thing remaining, he said, for those that are running from pillar to pole, that no country will give us Biafra, played it, and Biafra will be the last miracle. I want you to pay attention to this. Go back, even Jagaban, Onyenduko told you that after Tinubu, the next man coming to be a president is Jagaban. After everything they did to distract you with people, what happened at the end of the day is what come to pass. This is the era of 100 men. And I remember vividly 2018 when Onyendu was asked, how many men have you found after he escaped death in 2017? How many men have you found out of 100 men? Then our former deputy was still here with us. He said, I have not found out the 3 men. Among over 70, you ask yourself, more than 70 million. How did he get the number? That Chukwuka said to him that until we found 100 men, he didn't mention women then. But that's the reason why he said he wants our women to join us. Because we are the beginning of civilization. The mothers are the people that run the homes. Let them come along with us and see what they could give us. But as I'm unfolding today, there's still formidable ones out there. But at the case we can testify on what has happened on this very era that we're in. Now, like I said, a word cannot describe our leader, MAZI NNAMDI KANU. No word can describe that man and his entire generation, because they have done something that's noble. And that is why when people speak ill, there are certain people in this life you must not speak ill about. I said, there are certain people on this earth you must not speak ill about. But before I go down, let's shout out to our leader for today. Today is a Father's Day. Onyendu, this is for you. on Facebook and Twitter. We are, just for balance of a doubt, please allow us to use all this music that plays on this particular program to entertain our listeners. We are not making any profits or intend to do with anything we play here is purposely to entertain our viewers. Thank you. Yeah, that's regardless the circumstances you are in, your family be left behind. 3 days from now, we mark 3 years we are kidnapped from Kenya, an extraordinary rendition to the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, and be confined in DSS dungeon as the hellbent continue to flout their own orders and their own law. And that's what has made a Black African lower than animal, because if you cannot keep up with your own laws, what else, and how do you allow the developing world to see fit to see you as a human being? That's rudimental stuff that require a human being to navigate as a human being. What separates us from animals, even the German Shepherd, as intelligent they may be, the dogs today are more helpful than human, because at least they are grateful to you. If you've done something for them, they will remember you regardless how many years. I used to have a dog, regardless how many years you went and come back, that dog will still remember you. They never forgot what you do. You are the one that actually looked after them. As long as they perceive your other, then you know that dog is more grateful than human beings. My monologue this evening goes this way to every IPOB designing member across the globe. I want to say one thing this evening categorically clear. I want to make it clear. You see, this era we are in, 2015-16, we are underdog. But now we have emerged. Well, let me guess one thing to you tonight. I want to say it, including myself. Now, 2021 incidents have exposed every single one of us within this particular that we are in now. Everybody has been exposed. And what I want to say tonight, I'm not going to go deep in this, is that everybody needs to fall back and go back and pick up our code of conduct and read it. You know, when people are planning evil, they always turn a blind eye. I told them, every foundation that built upon falsehood will never stand. Now, there's a picture I'm going to flash here. The reason why I'm flashing this picture, I want to remind those people that claim they were called to be recruited. When the recruitment of the so-called dog started, which is the so-called leadership, we were aware. I was contacted. People call me on phone. Not one person, not in UK here. They had my own story. I told them my views. And my views is not hidden. What I tell you in secret, I will say more in the open. That is who I am, because I understood why I joined IPOB and the need of all of us to be upright in what we do. And that's why I will not apologize to anybody. Now, my section tonight is for every single one of us. Don't think that probably what you're doing is the right thing, because you might be thinking that when Mazzi can come out of prison tomorrow, Onyendu is going to pick and choose who's to listen to. I want to make it clear to our people that even in your workplace, you find it fit to work with people you don't like. It doesn't have to be like everybody around you before you work simultaneously with them, and to respect them, because respect is reciprocate. Now, why I'm saying this is that the reason why black men stay under the carpet is because we lack the management quality. You might be educated, but that does not give you. If you don't know how to manage, British, as they have 300 soldiers or 300,000 soldiers, and they invaded Sub-Saharan Africa and conquered them, and today they're still ruling you and managing you. They manage you. Colony master mean that they write your script for you. You follow what they say. That is management. That is what IMF determine what our currency value is. They devalue it when they choose fit to do so. So this is what Onyendu said from the beginning. We are grassroots. Okay? I want you to understand where I'm driving at tonight. I'm saying this is a general statement, including myself. We need to go into sober reflection on why we are here. And people must not put themselves before or above anything in IPOB, because all of us are quite irrelevant. To be fair to every single one of us, we sworn an oath to restore Biafra. And our leader is our primary concern, because he's still lying down in DSS dungeon. 3 years in counting will be on 19th of this month. The fundamental question all of us need to go back and ask is that, what have we done? I flash this again. This is our leader's words. Onyendu said this in 2015. I will not disappoint you, but you will be the one to disappoint me. Today, I'm seeing it from every rank and file within IPOB. You might not know. Those that come out and be acting way, those that disobeyed our leader, all these things are on record. What we say it without no apology. Because I sworn an oath to speak truth at all times. But what I'm saying tonight is I'm giving a general advice to every single one of us. I'm still standing as IPOB member that has understood that we took an oath and will have a structure. Because everybody that today is telling you things about IPOB, all these things were like that before Onyendu was kidnapped. 2015, we had these particular things came across and we walked through it. Nobody knew what was going on until this man took over. So for me, tonight, I want you to remember that George Umeh said that every single one of us as an IPOB member need to fall back in line. To understand that you must put your differences away. It is not about George Umeh. It is not about Mr. B or Mrs. A. It is about Biafra. And now, as things I'm going to talk about tonight is light. But this program, as you may, those that are awake, listen to it. You might listen to it when you choose fit. Those that want to click in to listen is entirely up to you. But the message must be propagate, because what we do here is organic. What I'm saying is this, is that we must fall back online on the structure IPOB was found, regardless who has been hurt. I will talk about those that have been started blackmailing tonight, but what I just said is a general statement within the family of IPOB. I will leave it there. Now, a lot has happened since after 30th of May. And since 30th of May, I have not come on air for some circumstances that is beyond my own control. But a lot of things has been said that has not been addressed properly. And the purpose of critical analysis that everybody knows, Alpha Power Media, Biafra Alpha Power Media is here to actually pinpoint things that you might not understand. We bring it into the layman perspective and present it the way you might understand them. Now, there's a couple of things I want to say tonight, but before I go on, I remember when this particular trend of leadership started, we told them there is no fraction within IPOB. Even the former deputy said it is either you're in IPOB, you're outside IPOB yapping. And tonight, there's a particular thing that I'm going to talk about tonight. But before I go there, there's some couple of pictures I want to show here. But before then, let me firstly, because our leader, we know that Onion is coming to court on the 19th. The privacy that are going on, everybody knows that. And our lead counsel, Aloy Jimako, has been upright in his dealings. And the last press release he pulled out, and the DSS still flouting the court orders, not following, because the preparation for Onion to be able to stand trial in court, they said it is not a conducive place. The last time they went there, they were supposed to have a communion general assessing with Onyendu with all the legal teams, but the DSS didn't allow them and they have to leave the premises. That means that they did not commune with our leader for the so upcoming charade and travesty they are now opposing on our leader. Now, that is our primary concern. And everybody must know that Onyendu is still appearing on court on the 19th, and we have to pay attention to what our lead counsel says, because he's the only one that can tell us where to go and how to go about it. Very, very important. And the world is watching. But tonight, I need to address a couple of things. Now, I want to, first of all, play this particular audio from there's an audio that surfaced. I think there's some group from Niger Delta, urging the so-called Zoological Republic, Jagaban. Because what is happening here is that Tinubu is playing the script of the Fulanese and British. It is not him. We all know. That is why we are not taking shot at his own people, because everybody is on turmoil. The country is upside down. They have not got clue what they are doing. But our job is to make sure that we keep them on our bay and letting the world to know what is happening at the end of the day. And that is a crowding call for everybody, because people know
Alpha Power Media International.
Of Niger Delta upland communities and concerned citizens have written to President Bola Tinubu urging him to facilitate the release of detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, NNAMDI.
You see how petty these individuals will be proscribed, but a jurisdiction court have already told you that IPOB is not a terrorist, and the proscribed IPOB, that thing was passed in Enugu High Court, but they still use that word to just make sure they carry that propaganda, the proscribed leader. For some of those people that are arguing that they don't care about IPOB prescription, it's domesticated, for your information. Some of you moron did not understand the damage that particular evil, the so-called Southeast governor, after they held meeting with our leader in 2017, they went on to cassette that fraud. And that is why you see Biafra land today is in chaos. They use the word proscribe. It's domesticated, not internationally, but domesticated, according to, because the zoo, in quote, has the sovereignty. For some of you who does not understand how this whole thing works. It's quite, I don't know why this. Anyway, the audio just refused to play for some reason. I don't know why. But I think a couple of us have seen this audio. And for the obvious fact is that everybody now is feeling the pain. I don't really pay much attention in what is going on in the zoo, because it's not my interest. All my interest is focused on what we are doing to make sure Biafra is restored. Every other thing for me, it is quite irrelevant. However they make their mat is how their bed is how they're gonna sleep on it. They are making decisions. They still believe in one Nigeria. So whatever comes out of it, it is not my interest. I'm not interested. I don't want to talk about it. So the Niger Delta group that are calling for Onyindu's and pleading to say Jagaban to find a fee to release our leader. Onyindu has not been held for anything. The crime committed against our leader by kidnapping him in Kenya and extraordinary rendition him back to the zoo alone is a crime. Now, another thing again I want to go through tonight is about when Iwanya went to visit Onyendu and he said a couple of things. And I know that some hoodlums have come out to say things about it. But the point is that those that go to see Onyendu, but they could not go and see our leader. And eventually, some people say that the people that are arranging people to go and see our leader, it took Benjamin in Madibugu 9 months to visit MAZI NNAMDI. After that visit, Jofor pinned him down because Jofor told DSS that Benjamin is in Madibugu is the commander of ESN. That is what he told them. We have all this evidence against him. And MOU is signed, members of MOU. MOU is signed with DSS that Onyendu no one should come through our leader without the lead counsel. It was him. No of understanding. He signed that with DSS, not even in Jimako. I flashed it here before for those people that are running their mouth saying things that we are not privy to. Now, I want to listen to one on for a bit before I say something, then I move on from there.
Media International.
What about it? The only solution is not only the Igbos. People think it's only Igbos. The only solution to this is restructuring. I think it has to be done quickly. NNAMDI KANU, I haven't seen any. They have been cleared by the court. The High Court have been cleared him. The Supreme Court has cleared him. I don't understand why he's being held. You see, I don't see why somebody who is being held. We are appealing to the government because today is no more a judicial issue. It's a political issue. We in Igbo land, and I'm speaking for Igbos, we believe that this matter is not political. We don't want people to talk about going through the court process. Court process can last the next 5 years. That means our son will be in prison for 5 years or so. I think this is a political matter. And I want the president to use political power to get it released. When I go in there, first of all, ask me the purpose. The purpose is that we are not in support. We have a group called IPOB. I call it IPOD. This group claimed a lot of things, but NNAMDI KANU have dissociated himself. Even recently, there was a wild accusation against me as a leader of Igbos. IPOB is the only group that wrote against me. NNAMDI KANU is not with them. And you see, we have got in the East today people telling people not to go work on Monday. There is no one today. People should not go to school. Even I hear that soldiers have been killed. The truth about it, I discussed with NNAMDI KANU. He is very sad and very bitter about it. And Igbos are not happy. And he has said it. NNAMDI KANU sometime last year said it, that he is not part of these people who are forcing Igbos to sit at home.
Did he say it today?
He said it to me again.
Today?
Yes, he said it to me. That is not part of it. He said it to me, and he said it to me today, that he is not part of this question of people going to stop people from taking exam. Igbos value education. Two things that have made Igbos develop One is education.
There's something I need to point out in a couple of things he said. That was a long video, but I cut it short that I could comment upon because this video has been over 2 weeks. But let me say something here. Number one is this. Restructuring is going back to 1960. I think it's 1960. Is it 60? What was this? Is it 1962 Constitution where every region should develop by their own strength, which our internal leader, made available after Abori, they agreed in Abori. What we have here in the United Kingdom, which is Confederation. I don't know which other structure, the structuring they want, the structuring wouldn't work. And where they pick up on him was, he said that Onyendu dissociated himself from IPOB. Maybe he does a slip of tongue on his own side because he didn't understand the difference. But issue of sit at home, which emanated by disobedience of Chika Paul Edozie, which he claimed responsibility solemnly, that is responsible for what has happened from then. Whatever happened from that sit at home till now, Chika Edozie and his gang of criminals are responsible for it. That is why if somebody was impersonating IPOB name, then claiming that they are the people that are now leading IPOB, did nothing about it, they are accomplices. So Onyendu categorically, even Nemeke Ejiofor's memos say there that you must not respond to Simon Ekpa. And Simon Ekpa play all his card and his game and his gimmicks at the end of the day. Today is not mentioning IPOB in his mouth. Now he have arrived. But one thing I want to remind people is that they must understand that internet does not forget. You see, internet does not forget. After I'm going to play one video, there's a particular girl that went on an interview and say certain things on that interview. After that thing he said, even the university she went to contacted her. That's what I'm saying to people. Before you come on social media to blackmail people, you know that within ourselves now, so many things has happened. Some people are keeping quiet because of our leader. Now they are now attacking them themselves because of what they have done to people. So when he said that Onyendu is not with those IPOB, he's forgotten that IPOB is only one IPOB. There's no two IPOB. We have only one IPOB on that leadership of MAZI and NNAMDI. You cannot duplicate IPOB. You might answer something different, just like Chika Paul Edozie today. Biafra community in exile is what they're answering. Now Simon Ekpa is government in exile. Kudos to all of you. I don't have issues with it. Answer whatever you want to answer, as long as it's not IPOB. But somebody like Chinasa Woru, the faceless monk, telling Iwanyamu to come and apologize or to clarify him. Ask Chinasa Woru and his gang of criminals, how many of them have made their way to DSS dungeon to go and see Onyendu? Or have they sent any delegate to go and see Mazzi and KANU? Other than Benjamin Imadibu with Ejiofor, which is their co-corporates. These are criminals. All of them are in the same ball. So why would you question people when they went to see Onyendu? And Onyendu tell them his peace. You know, I've said he said he want peace in Biafra land. It is on record. And Mazzi and KANU did not authorize the sit-at-home you guys instituted that causing the problem in Biafra land till tomorrow morning. So whatever happens there, he made it clear. Okay? So I will leave it there. Now, that's something I want to say. I want to say this to say that internet does not forget. I'm not digressing, but our people need to be careful what they do. And before I will continue what I'm saying, there are certain things I want to show here before I continue. You know, the reason why I'm putting this particular flyer. This flyer was made on Sunday, 16th January 2022. This is when the recruitment of so-called dogs started. You see the panel you have here? You have the one they call Mwachineke. Metizadek is there. My senior comrade Mazzi is there. Myself, I'm there. Solomon is there. And this nitwit that lives in, this guy that has not contributed a dime in IPOB, Patrick Nkem, was there. And on this particular note, when this thing was going on, we were quoting our code of conduct. Ask them what happened with IPOB code of conduct. They won't quote about our code of conduct today. And some people will sat on their own comfort zone and be throwing tantrum to our leader, which I'm going to come into tonight. I'm showing you this to tell you that we were there. And we told them that we don't represent individuals. For those that said they were recruiting, this is where the recruitment started. This particular Patrick Nkem, I remembered all the words he told me because I never pick up my phone for one day and call him. He was the one that called me through when we have, a conference call in WhatsApp through Mazzi. Then he picked up my number. He called me like 3 times, seeking for advice from me. I have never reciprocated to call you because I don't need anything from you. I'm eager to. God in heaven bear me witness. And none of them have I called. Methuselah was a conference call we had with Mazzi when he had issue with this lady that lives in Belgium. Then I was one that rescued the idiot himself because he was cheating on his pants. I put it here to tell you that it is not about is how many men stand, and today we won them then. Someone, I haven't seen him from a long time, you know, he wasn't involved in all this shenanigans. Probably he understood that things wasn't going right and he pushed back. Fair enough. But so-called Mwachineke and Methuselah, that this idiot now that called himself Patrick Nkem, that have temerity to throw words to Onyendu, which I'm going to address tonight. But I remind them, this is where the recruitment started. For people who does not know, this is when the cabal was, because that is when they were calling people. That's where Abani was calling meeting here. You know, every country, Abani was calling meeting almost every other week. And using people internally to convince those they want to put in place that I will have to work with them. But that is what they've done. But I want to remind them tonight. So people must remember that we were there. We were there. Defending the structure, not individual. This particular one, when he called me, I told him, Mr. Man, I don't defend the individual. I defend the structure of IPOB. And my words don't change. I will stop it there. When they ganged up against Mazzi, I was my man standing. I told them, he don't lie. At the end of the day, we are there today. The one they call the Umeh guy that lives in South Africa, talking nonsense about Mazzi. Mazzi was one collecting that. He don't live in the United Kingdom. He's hearsay. You guys on back on suicidal. Today, where are all of you? I put it up for you guys. I remind you guys that we were there with a clear mind. I cannot be induced by clowns. It's not why for what? My conscience? You can't buy my conscience. No human being on earth could do. That what makes me, the day I sell my conscience, I'd rather die on my grave. Now, look at the words coming out of their mouth. This one here, they call Isaiah Yoba. This buffoon you see here claiming he's deputy European guy. I remember the first time I heard a guy voice, he was cracking on my ears. I was like, why is this guy in this meeting? I remember the first meeting we held in UK here. This guy, after everybody has spoken, this guy came, he was talking out of point. Was talking out of the equation of what we are talking about. The issue to address is talking something else. When this problem started, I remember that how I get to call him was the same conference call they call. I remember he was deputy rep. I was one that called him. I spoke to him about 40 minutes on phone, if I'm not mistaken. I said a lot of things. I said, you people are the ones leading IPOB in Europe. All the things telling me, say, oh, there was a time I tried to disrespect Onyendu. Onyendu cautioned me. And since then, I don't really want to get involved because he wouldn't say anything. All of them are not saying something as if there's something they are scared of. This is what he's writing. In the next coming days and weeks, IPOB media personnel will return with the final, brutal, devastating knockout punch that will end the who? End themselves. To show you that this is not for IPOB. media personnel. IPOB did not bow to have individual. We have media structure, but every single IPOB member is a media warrior from how IPOB was structured. How MAZI Nan kind of taught you how to use Facebook and Twitter and rest of them. And he went back to say it was a robust discussion and a mature understanding which one they call Biafran child. Thank you so much for your promise in the unity of purpose for IPOB media personnel to achieve our goals, which is Biafra restoration. Do you see how the evil they have done is now haunting them? It was a promise I made to them. I warned them. I said, the day you guys desecrated our IPOB, the day will come, all of you will cry blood in your eyes because the oath we took is attached to blood. You guys embark upon blackmailing what we are running away from. When you say when you kill your own, Biafra will not come. You guys started blackmailing and started killing your own. Coming on Radio Biafra and announcing people name after that Nigerian military will go and kill them. You people did all this. It's on record. I'm just a reminder, reminding you tonight. And goes on. The one they call Elochukwu. This is what he wrote. I'm not going to read all of it. But it still go down to what we're talking about. He said, a media warrior should not care about the privilege, the private life of the fellow comrade. This is him saying this now. I watch some people try to blackmail others. Lies unnecessary without any atom of evidence. You knew this from day one. You were part of it. You, Elochukwu, have wrote a lot of things you know nothing about, but you went ahead and wrote them. So all of you are in the same boat. You call yourself a philanthropist. I don't have issue. There was a time I thought you got some things rudimentary in your brain, but no. What you just wrote here have justified all the things you've done in the past because that's evidence. When you wrote against Meme, after this guy deleted about Meme, somebody wrote something because he called himself Prince Emmanuel. You and Ochuku posted it is Prince Meme, which I played here on one of the programs. Today you're crying. But do you see how you guys will not build any under structure? Because what you guys came to do is to destroy what you could not build. IPOB media was so strong that BBC and CNN and even Facebook fought all these media houses single-handedly without sectioning people that they call media warrior. Now they're bringing clowns, creating fractions within IPOB. We have media head now. We have media head warrior. Do you see how messed up you guys have put yourselves? This is how the decadence of the evil you men have done is now reverberating on you. All of you will reap what you have sowed as we are. You see, none of you will get it. Some of you don't even understand the gravity of the evil you guys have committed. But this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I will leave it there. Now, there's something I want to talk about before I've just talked about this now, but there's something very important I need to address. You know, there are certain things in life, sometimes people talk before I go to these people. This guy they call Darlington, for me personally, me, George Umeh, I remember when we came out, no one was talking about Darlington. I called him on phone. He blocked me. I think he did one program one time, he mentioned my name. But the thing is, he can't mention George Umeh. You know why? Because I'm not like you. We're not in the same league. It's not a brag. But what I'm saying, I will not come here to malign somebody. It's impossible. I wouldn't do it. Because number one, that's not my life. Number two, I'm under oath. So I mind what I say. IPOB, we don't discuss our affairs outside. The reason why I'm doing this is because you people succeeded trying to box everybody in the corner. That is why since we came out, some of you retreat your steps. And lest I forget, another thing is that, yeah, because I don't want people to forget again. No, I will get to it. I will get to this guy. I will get to him. I will get him. Now, so, Darlington, some of you forgetting when Darlington started this campaign against Madam Nenyanya. The genesis of the problem of IPOB. Darlington started campaigning against one of the members of the DOS on IPOB platform, which is Biafran television. That is when the whole thing turned upside down. Even before Nyendu was rendition, that young man has been cautioned. All the things he said about Madamanya, Chika Paul Edoziem and his gang of criminals for one day have never called him in order. And today, the same thing he did, somebody else now is in his position, because where is Nelly Ofebu? He was saying that Madam Nenyanya is holding ESN money. I will play, there's a reason why I'm going to play that video tonight, part of it. I will play it because when we allow evil things to sell, they will think is a tradition. So I don't know who these individuals are. The most of all is that this particular individual could not cross Senegambia. People go through, Waga to come to, people end up to Libya. He couldn't. He stopped in Senegal. When he had Mazzi KANU came back in 2015, the guy brought his ass back to Biafra land. And since then, he's been living off, stipends from those that live abroad. On that stipends, he's been living because he couldn't do what his mate has done. He could not get himself, even go through the Mediterranean and drink the urine, the female urine. Most of all of them that are going through that route to drink women. That's why I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but what I'm saying, if you go through that route, majority of them that drink women urine, go and listen to the way they behave. It's a stigma. It's a trauma that you will live till the day you die. Drinking women urine because to survive in the desert. Sorry. I mean, I'm just saying, right? Before I come to the issue I want to talk about, I want to visit that particular audio because I'm going to come to 30th of May. Nzurumike, 21 bottle. We'll talk about him tonight, and including their era they recruited. Now they have the temerity to talk about Mazzi and the kind of publicly, and people were clapping. It's a sacrilege. But let's listen to this same individual. What he told you then that Mazzi, Madam Nenyanya was holding ESM money, because this is how, like I said it in my monologue tonight. I said everybody needs to go and look into themselves. They blackmailed that woman until we came out and tell them that enough is enough. But what bringing me to bring this particular issue tonight again is that now they know they have lost every flank. They don't know what to do. When a man drowning, he can hold a bag of food, thinking that he will survive, but he will definitely gonna drown. That is how it works. Listen to this clown for avoidance of doubt.
Map. Because Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu is not outside, so many of you are ranting, so many of you are supporting evil, so many of you are talking rubbish. People like me, I will keep on hammering on the truth and nothing but the truth. If at the end of the day, all of you that are insulting yourselves there, if at the end of the day, all the things I'm saying becomes truth, all the things I'm saying is verified, and you people know that what this guy is saying is truth, all the costs you have laid against him, on me, is going.
I think the audio started again.
She have gathered all the people that she have been doing fundraising with, sitting on IPOB money. If Nenyanya has spent this money, she must to go and bring it out and put it where it's supposed to be. Nenyanya, you have limits to where you can operate as finance head of this struggle.
One thing, the reason why I'm playing this audio tonight is to clarify something, because that's where I'm going. Like I said, I don't come out here and talk. Before I speak on any issue, I have to give you the dots. This is the same individual that campaigned vigorously against our head of finance. How can Madam Nenyanya have limits of IPOB finance? She's head of finance. She cannot have limits. Even Onyendu does not do anything with finance without Madam Nenyanya. That is her job. And all of us knows that. When issue of our what is it called, defense fund, when P4 Joanne and his co was talking that Onyendu collected have made over $1 million. The day that statement of account, Onyendu was crying. I remember him. I have the audio here in America saying, now we're telling the world how much we have as our defense. It's less than 150,000 US, and America contributed less than $5,000. Is on record. So ESN was formed, and Madam Anya has no business with the money, but her job is to supervise, to overview what is going on, and when the money has gone out, what the money was meant for. That is her job as a head of finance. It is in our code of conduct. So I say, my monologue tonight, go back and read our code of conduct. In clause of finance, electronically, she is entitled. Madam Rita Ezisi was blocking Madam Nenyanya. Those people that were giving you money, it was 747,000 they shared among themselves, which this idiot was ranting about. Madam Nenyanya never saw that money because we were sending our ESM money directly to America. We are paying money to Chase Bank. It's not hearsay, they told you. But all of them was involved in it, including Chika Paul Edoziem and all of them, the so-called dogs. But they allowed this young man to come on our platform. Today they climb foul among themselves. Now they're not the one the same blackmailing. So if they can speak blackmail against themselves, so what about people that cannot defend themselves? If, God forbidding, we were not there to defend those who could not defend themselves. I know how many people call me on phone, George, don't worry, I'll leave it when Onyendu come out. Imagine if we could have kept quiet till Onyendu come out, where could we have been today? We saw it clearly because we wasn't mimicking. We allowed them. We monitor what they were doing. We are not in. That's why I flashed the flyer where we were having the panel in so-called Rapture Media, which is not the IPOB platform. The clown that owned that, and I seen that guy, the environment where the guy was broadcasting. I thought the guy was living in Africa, somewhere in sub-Saharan Africa. I didn't know he was in Germany. He was living in Italy. They had a place with old computers and everything. I was like, what is going on here? I saw it. I was like, when I said the guy was living in Italy, this guy living in Italy for real? With that kind of stuff in this modern world we are living on? I'm broadcasting for me. I don't need too much to do broadcast, but it costs you a lot of money. You understand what I'm saying? We live in a very civilized manner. So what I'm saying tonight, I'm not digressing. Like I said, this guy was doing all of this. No one said anything until I came out and said, who the heck is this individual? Because none of the so-called, then they have not, they have not now become so robust because now they believe that Mazzi Nnamdi will not make it alive. Now they have a new leader. Now they don't talk about our code of conduct no more. Now everybody now will have to know what is happening with our finance. Now the dogs don't have any budget. This is what you hear from people. You ask them, when you wake up tomorrow morning to go to work, when you go to work, do you question your HR? Are you involved? What you do is waiting when you get to pay. They pay you. You're not involved in finance. Even the CEOs, they don't manage it. It's not their job. As you can see today, who is in charge of IPOB, the finance of that Chika Paul Edoziem? Because I can only speak on where I know. I live in UK. That's why I say I cannot be talking about things I don't know. Unless like Italian people told me what happened in Italy, what happened in Germany. And it's like a verifiable information. But I can tell you what George Umeh is privy to. I can give you evidence of. We have series of meetings in the United Kingdom. I recorded. I told them, I'm not going there yet. Because I said, everybody needs to go back and think straightforward. My own evidence, I don't mimic about it. So listen to him.
Which Mazzi Nnamdi have drawn the map. Because Mazzi Nnamdi is not outside, so many of you are ranting, so many of you are supporting evil, so many of you are talking rubbish. People like me, I will keep on hammering on the truth and nothing but the truth. If at the end of the day, all of you that are insulting yourselves there, if at the end of the day, all the things I'm saying becomes truth, all the things I'm saying is verified, and you people know that what this guy is saying is truth. All the costs you have laid against me is going back to you 1 million folds.
Today, all the things he says is lies. So those costs now is living with him. Do you see the problem? That is why he said that the center can no longer hold. All things are falling apart. The center cannot hold. They are not crying fouls against each other. Was sworn an oath. Also. That was what IPOB was built upon. The blood of our people are crying. And people will sit down and mock the death. And you people clap. Oh, our suffering. You see, this generation that we are in, most of us now have crossed, some of us are over 40, late 40, late 50, late 60s, still struggling, late 30s, in this struggle, late 20s. You see our suffering. If we fail on this era, oh my God, I don't even have a word for what is about to come. Powerful, the ones that are going to come after us and our children, what they're going to experience. Those courses now is living with me, and they still haven't learned a lesson. That is the ironic of it.
And you think that the DOS are not watching? You think that DOS are not doing the job they are doing? You think that DOS are not fighting this woman to bring out this money? DOS are doing their best from inside. Then this woman is still showing that she is killing Machuku. Then I have to bring her out to expose her for the whole world, for Biafrans to see her, to know that I used to contact the people that matters.
You know, like I was saying, there's something I just saw on Facebook. Written by somebody, I don't know, he say Emmanuel Ezaka. I know it's the family writer, make a gift and China Sanworu, then writing. Look at what they said here. It said, any media warrior that investigate any IPOB member on social media or disobey the leadership without following the lay down procedure when there is disagreement has been compromised. What am I talking about? I'm just reading something somebody wrote on Facebook. This is how did we get here? Now, you say leadership. Leadership is a cabal. There's nothing like leadership in IPOB. I said, if Uchemonfo himself could walk away from IPOB and resign honorably, now Uchemonfo today is doing something else with different name. He understood what is behind. Some of these people don't understand what's behind IPOB. Uchemonfo was with Onyendu. He cannot speak about IPOB without mentioning Uchemonfo name. It will not work. I don't care. Listen, and I want to say one thing. Upon all the things Uchemonfo did, Uchemonfo have never for one day say any ill thing against Onyendu's parents or his family members. Go and check Uchemonfo. When Uchemonfo was messed up himself, and I say it over time, but I would always remember the day Uchemonfo was standing. Now, this is what they're saying. In Radio Biafra, if you ever make mistake and call Biafra, talk about IPOB family issues, Uchemonfo will send you away. First of all, actually, I hear a member of IPOB he said yes. Actually, which zone do you belong? Say, go back to your zone and speak to your coordinator. That is how IPOB was built. Now, you see, everything you do, it is a matter of time. Like I said, this era, Mazzi Nnamdi is a prophet. He's watching, has exposed everybody. You see them focusing on Simon Ekpa. What Simon Ekpa is doing is not even to compare to what Chikerizim, because Chikerizim was somebody under Mazzi Nnamdi legitimately. Position is held was Mazzi Nnamdi that gave it to him. Onyendu didn't give Simon Ekpa any position. Simon Ekpa wangled himself out because of the way he saw their body language, and he jumped on the bandwagon, which I have no issues with. But he's still using Onyendu's picture for his fundraising, meaning that he's incapable of what he's saying he can do. Because until the day, you see, when we are telling him, don't call Onyendu, don't call IPOB, he have dropped all those names today. But one thing he couldn't drop is Mazzi Nnamdi's picture. Because there's some people that believe when anything he dropped that picture, he can come and tell that he's sending delegate to see Onyendu. because you know that will not wash. But any day he dropped that picture of Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu attack, but he doesn't know what that picture is going to do to him in future. It's a matter of time. But I'm not going in there. But I'm bringing you back to now what they are writing on social media. Discipline remains sacrosanct in this struggle. Yeah, and we cannot allow a Berima scenario. They call him Simon Eberima. Simon has got nothing to do with this. That is your issue. What is that Simon got to do with your propaganda lies and smear people around you? The same monsters you build today have now turned against you. Do you think if you disobey Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu, those people now will regain their senses? Do you think they will now? You see, people like us will stand out. We told you that you are nobody from beginning. Chike Doziem and all of you put together, I don't see any of you till tomorrow morning. In UK here, the day I took out, I told them, go and ask Festus and Epe. After I took out, I pick up microphone, I told them, I said, if because of all of you in this room, I won't spend 1 second in this room. This is my word. It's on the idiot that recorded. I told that guy, bring that audio out and say what I said after taking oath in London family here. I said, if it was because of what I'm seeing here, I won't spend 1 second in this room. That's the spirit that brought me here. I had my husband kind of voice. It's not because of all of you. And those people, all of them by now disappointed themselves. Not me, George. They themselves they disappointed. Because I knew why I was there. I told them, I said, if it is because of all of you I'm seeing and what you guys are doing here, I won't spend 1 second in this room. After my oath taking, because our oath taking is sacrosanct. And today they run from pillar to pole. You guys has not seen anything yet. You see what you guys built? Those monsters you guys built will swallow all of you one after another. This I just saw this now, the so-called, because the family writers, which are opposite because it's a fraction. Who's behind family writer is China Sanwo with his so-called the dwarf Emeka give them was paying $250 from IPOB post. You see all this entitlement of IPOB, because I wasn't against what Onyendu make a decision, but I now understand that these people are not freedom fighters because they are entitlement. But no, all this was shot. All of them were getting paid. Look at where are they today? Can they speak without getting money? The answer is no. Wherever Ndi was and it's crop falling from their master tables. They're still getting some peanut from some morons. They're confusing. So they see sharing among themselves. See what they're happening on the 30th of May. But like I said, wisdom is not something you buy with money. It's endowment. And Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu has an abundance. And if you want to tap into it, you must be loyal to him. If you're not, you'll be far from knowing the truth. Take my word for it.
Before I come to expose people on this platform, don't forget, I used to contact DOS. I used to let them know. And DOS have been doing their own best.
Do you hear him? That before he came to this platform to expose people, he used to contact DOS. DOS is who chicken. This particular broadcast was made when this guy started attacking IPOB head of finance, which chicken is in the same ranking in IPOB. He's head of director of state, which is the director of state means the administrative level of IPOB. Madam Annie is head of finance. Chukwudo Form is head of media. All of them are head in their own capacity. Just like when Chikelezem acknowledged that he could not make the decision of Simon Ekpa being given slot, the same way applied to finance. So what changes? The guy said he's talking to now. He's now excluding Madam Nenya of the DOS. Madam Nenya is a member of DOS. And today they cry and run around like those people didn't know what was going on. The truth is coming out now. Like we'll be here watching you guys. Giving my own is that I will tell you the truth and give you evidence. What you do with it is entirely up to you. But what we are doing, we are building archives. All the broadcasts are made is in an archive. Because the question Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu is going to ask you tomorrow, some of you that are claiming that you're doing what you're supposed to do, what was your contribution on this era to sustain even the so-called enemy? Because now we're not fighting the enemy now. People are now bickering among themselves. Why I do this is not because I want to talk about you now. It's I want to expose the evil and lies you guys have been meddling upon your fellow comrade with all of us are under oath. I have a lot of things to do with my time. I got kids. I'm not idle. So for me to spend 1 minute here, I know what that 1 minute means to me.
And because Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu is not outside, you think that you can do anyhow and go scot-free. People like me is still here existing. We are coming out. I am coming out to expose you, expose your evil, expose everything you are doing. Go and remit all the money that you have collected from on behalf of ESN. Put it into the account of ESN. Then I will leave you alone. I have not come to tell people more about you or the evil you have done. This is going to be a continuous sound of warning to you. Because the day I will mount on this podium, on this platform, to enumerate all the evil you have committed and all the money you have been seated up and all the things you have done in this struggle, that very day,
I think everybody heard what this guy was saying. You know, the reason why I play this audio, I want to, sometimes we need to take them back to the beginning, the genesis of the whole. Everything that started in IPOB started with this. That's how it started. I will leave it there. Now, there's a recent claim about the same man, and now he's taking a shot at Onyendu's younger brother. I want you to listen to him.
Our Media International.
Therefore, the enemies who have worked tirelessly to remove those that are close to Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu, to remove those that are facilitating the best way and the best people to see Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu, to visit Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu, they took them out of the line.
Do you know who he's speaking for? The native Dr. Ejiofor. You see this life here, when you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. You can see the frustration. I don't blame him. I will allow him to speak, but I want you to remember those that facilitating, the word is facilitating to see Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu. Ejiofor and Ezekome stopped Onyendu's lawyer, Onyendu's doctors not to visit Onyendu. Because there's a memorandum of understanding, MOU, signed between DSS and Ejiofor. That is only the lead counsel who authorize anyone to visit Onyendu. Nobody, even Tinubu today want to see our leader. He must consult Ejimako. He wouldn't go there without consulting Ejimako. Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu would decide not to see him. Even if he come and he say talking, Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu will not speak to him. It's a fundamental right. But that was a bargain Ejiofor did to abstain any other individual not to, even with fellow, colleagues they work with. He doesn't like you. He won't give you access. He won't give you clearance to go to see Onyendu. It was happening. It was happening now. So they're crying foul now. Everything he said is what Ejiofor was doing. But listen to him. I want you to know every single accusation that he posed to Meme was what they were doing. But the problem is today, because they know the day they choose to disobey Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu, the day they bury themselves alive. I said about Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa was, he was a testing ground. With anyone he tests, he work for him. If it didn't work, he would change course. But till he dropped IPOB name, stop mentioning Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu, but he still uses Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu's picture. Have you asked yourself why? Before he says he's an IPOB member, he's a born IPOB. Today he's talking a different thing. Consistency is the key. I don't care what you guys are doing. I judge you, man. I don't care. I don't want to know. It's not my interest. But what I'm saying, I'm giving you instances applicable to these individuals, the way they're operating, their modus operandi, is what I'm opening your third eye to understand. Men that, obtained by falsehood. These are fraudsters. Defrauding people. Like Umeh said that they're promising him something that the imagination that is going to sue them. He said it in his audio. He threatened the so-called US Chikerezeman and his gang of criminals. The case in Germany, these guys are accusing Madam Nenya stole money. But they have case in Germany. Up to today, Collins Chinedu and Chika Paul Edozem have not come and tell Biafrans the outcome of the court they went in Germany. We're still waiting for it. We're still waiting because it has to come from their mouth. The breaking news, who is breaking news? They printed our international bank account in Germany and give a clown, be ready to the world. Printed the one in Italy, they stole the money that was there, give it a clown, read to the world. Today, the guy is holding them into their school trunk. Everybody is running helter-skelter. When you build in under falsehood, IPOB world, we are white and whiter than snow. If you are not clean, I don't know what you are fighting for. Because we cannot make mockery of our people and ourselves at the same time. I know what I put behind me before I joined it. Like I said, in UK here, I've dead idiot that recorded that monk that recorded that I don't know, all this using old decoders and recording that you cannot keep. All the video they recorded in the United Kingdom here, they cannot bring it, they can't show us. One individual till the former coordinator stopped him because it's a data protection. You're taking people's pictures and videos, you can't give it back. You don't know what you want to do with them. We allow all this nonsense to happen. You can't force this with your data protection, don't require all those nonsense to happen. If I don't give you consent to show my video, you wouldn't do it. Listen to him.
So that they will bastardize the visitation of Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu. Because I know that they have turned Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu's visitation as a bazaar. Referring to his brother, the one you call fine boy, Emmanuel Kanu. They have turned it to bazaar. Who want to visit Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu? You want to visit him today or you want to visit tomorrow? Okay, there is a debate now. You are going to pay 1 naira. Who want to see him first before the other person?
It is very important. Some of you forgotten that Onyenu was not being brought to court. Anytime they're going to court. How many times Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu came to court when Ejimako, when Ejiofor and Ezekome was foreseen Onyenu's case? Because they were sharing the money, security money between them and DSS. That's number one. Onyenu doesn't bring they don't bring Onyenu to court. Since Ejimako become the council, have our leader been in absence in court? Go and do your research properly. You see, everything they have done now is now haunting them. Their biggest problem is they don't have access to Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu. And you know what that means? Do you know what that means? They don't have access to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. So which platform are you going to be standing and be threatening people? If Oyenu is not DSS, where will Simon Ekpa be talking that what is his claim? Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu. Oyenu have told you that whatever you do, you're not doing it under my name. It's on record. That is certified. The whole world is aware of that. So it's not something I have to be talking about. I'm just telling you. So without mentioning Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu, what other thing can you do? Because when Oyenu came out from Mossab and emerged, things he did, which I'm going to talk about as I'm going forward, because this program, I'm going to end it up midnight. Like I said, I've been almost 2 weeks now. So about things I have to say, I have to finish them off. Let's go.
Going, 1 naira going, okay, I will pay 2 naira. Oh, 2 naira. Okay, 2 naira. Okay, the person that is going to see Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow now want to pay 2 naira. Okay, is there anybody who want to see him this night? Okay, I want to see him this night. I will pay 5 naira. This is what Fine Boy is doing with Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu case. With Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu visitation, in case you people doesn't know. Hello? And the Fine Boy is in collaboration doing it with Aloy Ejimako. Are you aware that Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu have rejected the visitation of the current governor?
The problem I have is when people are saying things, are you aware? How will we be aware? What evidence prove what you're saying? You don't have evidence, so it's a lie. You can't say, are you aware? Get us audio or write up proving what you're saying. Because you're a pathological wimp. There's nothing I can say. You don't have verification. You can't fact check whatever comes out of your stinking mouth. That's the fact of life. So how do you know? Are you aware? How do you know?
Supreme Governor of Imo State, Hope Ozodimba, are you aware that Mazzi can say, no, I don't want you to see me? And it was Fine Boy who was planning that visitation with a lawyer. Are you aware? Okay, you're not aware. Now you know. So if Mazzi KANU, on his wisdom, allows Senator Ifeanyi Ubah to visit him, or to facilitate, or to make any arrangement for the wife to visit him, best known to Mazzi KANU, because the brothers of Mazzi KANU do not want to see Mazzi KANU visit, do not want to see Mazzi KANU wife visit the husband.
They're listening to this clown. He said that Senator Ifeanyi Ubah facilitates Onyendu's wife to visit him, as if Ifeanyi Ubah is a lawyer, or what is it? You see, this is the problem we have. Ifeanyi Ubah, when did Ifeanyi Ubah visited Onyendu with Ezem? And after that particular visit, there was a press release between both of them. They spoke, which I'm going to play the audio here tonight. So, like I said, a Ejiofor signed MOU, for some people who don't know, memorandum of understanding between the DSS and the Ejiofor, that nobody will have access to Mazzi KANU unless with the authorization of the lead counsel, which Ejiofor was. So now Ejimako now inherited that particular MOU as a stand. Nobody can see Onyendu without the concept of the lead counsel. That was the memorandum of understanding that Ejiofor signed with DSS to be siphoning money, just what he's saying, because he determines who goes there. He determines who goes and see Onyendu and who does not go. That's why Benjamin Emmanuel took 9 months before he can access Onyendu. Ejiofor made it possible for him. After 9 months, that he turning him up and down. Because DSS refused, because he told them that he is the commander of the ESN. And this man is here saying that Ifeanyi Ubah is the one facilitating Onyendu's wife to go and see her husband. Whereas Onyendu's wife confirmed that Ejimako is the lead counsel, because she knew that without Ejimako, he wouldn't have seen Onyendu. On her own jamboree he did in Biafra. Now, I want to praise Senator Ifeanyi Ubah after visiting Onyendu.
International.
Si jere afia mbosi Monde niile ozi abụ ozi ife ndị ọzọ mụ na-ekwulu bụ ife ọ sị ka nyere aka ịfụ na-emerụ maka ọnọdụ ndị Igbo na ọnọdụ ka o si wee bụ n'ebe afọ bụ ife ozi m ka ya ejezi ebe ndị ọzọ si wee zi, kama na ife wu okwu nke anyị kwuru ụlọ si onye ọbụla tinye n'ekpere na ọ ga-adị mma, na n'Igbo ga-adị mma, na ọ chọrọ ife ga-eme n'ala Igbo mebisia ife a na-eme n'ala Igbo, ka afịa ala Igbo zụba, ka udo dị n'ala Igbo, ndị ekperima pụọ n'ala Igbo, maka ndị ekperima ọ sị nọ ndị ekperima ji ọnọdụ ya wee were aka ya wee na-ezu ori, wee na-atọ ntọ, wee na-ana ndị mmadụ ife na-asa nyanwa onye ọnamalụ na oche aka ojido njọ na ya dị mma, and na ga-enwe audit of everything. Ma ndị na-eme propaganda, ndị na-akọ ma nke ha ma nke ha amaghị, ọ sị bụ onye ọbụla ọ gwara mụnwa bụ Senator Ifeanyi Ubah taa na ọnọdụ DSS, onye haziri ọnọdụ ahụ ụmụnne haziri ọnọdụ gwa m na ọ chọrọ ka ọ fụ m.
I hope everybody is listening. Onye haziri ọnọdụ bụ ụmụnne. I want somebody to cut this particular side I have played now and give it to this baboon, this buffoon, this guy that's licking butt before you eat under stipends. Senator Ifeanyi Ubah said that no munye. It's fine. Uba just said, I will translate it in Igbo language. He just explained when he went to see Onyendu. That happened on August 3rd, 2023, when he went to visit our leader in the DSS dungeon with the SMB. And this interview was granted in Igbo language. But the reason why I'm playing this because this buffoon made a comment that Onyendu's siblings does not want his wife to go and see her husband. I haven't had a such thing before. That it was Ifeanyi Uba that went to see Onyendu on 3rd of August 2023, that our leader wife went to see Onyendu in 2024, made it possible for her to go and see Onyendu. Even when she went to see Onyendu before, this is the second time she's going to see our leader. Maybe we don't know, that we are aware of. But do you see how they blackmail and lie against people? Senator Ifeanyi Uba just said. Now, I want to
now ọnọdụ DSS onye haziri ọnọdụ ahụ ụmụnne haziri ọnọdụ gwa m na ọ chọrọ ka ọ fụ m wee gafe ya so fụcha ya wee fụ ezi aka ji ọfọ Igbo wee fụkwa lọya ya bụ Ejiofor.
Then Ejiofor was still the lead counsel. Ejiofor was using it as a propaganda. But he said it here loud and clear that it was Onyendu's siblings that made it possible for him to see Onyendu. So how now is he that is going to be the one that made it possible for Onyendu's wife to see our leader? This is what I'm talking about. We don't say things without evidence. I'll rest it there. But like I said, cut this particular side and send it to him. But I know that he will never, is irredeemable because, you know, and a hungry man is an angry man, but a lazy man will die on hunger because he could not do what his mates, his peers had done in life. Instead, he went back home and crying foul. I'm living under stipends. People sending him $100, €100, and he will say whatever he's been told him to say without even knowing who is being hurt out there. Because their source of income has now been blocked totally because they know they will not play games with Onyendu. Everything he said here is how Ejiofor has been operating under Onyendu, how people to go and visit our leader. He's exposing themselves. I just told him now, Ifeanyi Uba have now confirmed that it was Onyendu's siblings that made it possible for him to see Onyendu. I will leave it there, and I'm not gonna go further with this guy's audio. Let me just finish up what I'm doing because our time is getting out of my hand. I'm done with this guy. Now, I want to come to 30th of May. Some of you saw this moron. You know, in live, yeah? There's a particular audio I'm supposed to bring. A pro, when they launched pro in Germany, this guy was drunk on stage. I don't want to bring it here. But something that caught my eye, I really want to talk about. That's the really thing I want to talk about this night before I go. It is very, very important.
Alpha Power Media International.
Now, this guy here is who they're projecting as the Cabal national coordinator in Italy. And they say he's the media head. He's the IPOB head media. He said IPOB head of media warriors. You know, they bastardize everything. See, look at the kind of people at this era, in this static age we are. Somebody is holding a bag in his hand and smoking cigarettes, claiming that he's an IPOB national coordinator. I just want you to, you know, listen. Can you imagine if any country, even Germany, where is he going to walk into any office there? Somebody will look at this guy, this clown, as you're looking at him right now. You take this person as somebody that have anything to offer. That's the reason why I'm bringing it up here. Because I need to say something, but it is disheartening. There's nothing like IPOB media, head of media war in IPOB. This thing does not exist. All these things are made up. This is Chike Doziem gang of cabal. This is the cabal made of acronyms. It does not, it's not in IPOB. If you want to know what stands in IPOB, people cannot implement things without being clarified. Because before you implement, The Supreme Leadership of Biafra must approve that thing. You cannot implement things without being approved, unless you're doing it under the armpit of how the structure has been made. There's no need and there's no room for these shenanigans, for those who does not know. But I'll allow you to sell till you get to the video I want to talk about, because they're all in the same boat. Look at somebody that they call national coordinator. Can you imagine yourself? Look. And who posted this was the Purumbin in South Africa. Isn't it amazing? Did you hear that? IPOB. This is not IPOB. Because NNAMDI said in every organization that has formed on the armpit of Igbos since after the war, once money shake hand, that organization will not survive. And it has tested at this point in time. I remember somebody telling me, George, the kind of money we saw since ESN was formed. And I said, so what does that mean? Why is it your problem? Contribute to your quota and walk away. The money is being used judiciously. People that are talking about fund. Fund was given to Chika Paul Edoziem. He cannot account for it. Call Chika Edoziem to account for the fund in the United Kingdom. I'm talking about UK. I don't want to talk about no country else. United Kingdom. Who is managing the finance under Chika Paul Edoziem? The structure was there. Chumo Fund never for one day intervene or interfere in our finance. There's parameters of, distinction between the head of Directorate of State and head of finance and the deputy of Leadership of Biafra. Everybody know where their boundary stops. That's how IPOB was formed. And everybody, when he needs something, he gets it because you go through the right channel. That's how we operate. And that is how a civilized people, we want to build a nation that is spotless. That's when you do not change that we are white and whiter than snow. You white and whiter than snow interfere in IPOB finance as a coordinator. Why could have conduct told that coordinator has no business with our finance.
Biafrans understand that what we are building.
Listen to me. That's something that this guy they call Patrick in Kem. Like I said, I flashed this picture before I started this, because I know when this guy started coming up on Biafra television, they're one of those people they brought, George Onyibe brought him inclusiveness. Don't get me wrong. I don't have issues with it. Now, I put it here for a reason. Now, this particular thing happened on 30th of May. I remember they telling me, oh, I was going to the DSS meeting and I don't understand what they're talking there. I'm just there listening to them. A psycho fans. These people are deadliest more than anything you can think about. Just like now, they are fighting each other. That's the reason why they're there. But this happened on 30th of May. We marked 10 years of our anniversary to remember the memory of our people. After 56 years. After 46 years, nobody remembered our people. It was Mazzi that started it. Not even our entire leader could not make that happen because he wasn't capacitated. That's why the day he died. The worst thing that happened that if I was Ujuku's sons, nobody should bury their father with Nigerian flag. It was a mock to us. People did not know the sign of that particular thing they did. It was a ritual. Even the people that were there, why are you burying our entire leader with Nigerian flag? Wow. People never thought of it. People never knew what that war ritual was about. To mock a man that lead a revolution, that man fails upon it. People went on exile and never come back. And the day he died, he chose to bury him with the same flag that he fought against. Do you know what that means? That's why I say some of us need to go into sober reflection. We don't retrospectively we think from our subconscious minded. That's what's critical thinkers. That's what's called critical. I don't think like any normal person. The day I die, I don't care if you bury me with casket. Do me a favor. Bury me with Biafran flag. That's all he could do for me. Innocent Odeni, we did it. He said, don't take me home if Biafra is not restored. Man, I met people that died in exile. That was a man I met. The man was a professor. When this man died in Sierra Leone, his kid was in UK here. They all went back there. He was buried there. Do you know how many of our people that went on exile? Just like what we're doing today. Some of us have made our audition. We're not going back until Biafra is restored. Those that sticking to the oath, and that is the burden we're still building. And today, we are still, the betrayal we saw on this era is mind-boggling. The worst thing that happened to Biafrans is that Ojukwu was buried with Nigerian flag. Nobody have talked about this, but I'm telling you tonight. Go and do your research properly and know what that stands for. Before I move forward, this clown is seen here. This Malone is seen here. The temerity on the 10 years of memorial that a single man stood. We be certified in Enugu was wicked. Brought it down in conjunction with Nigeria because they know the symbol of Senatai. They knew that our forebearer will rose and fight alongside with us. This wretched animal that you see here, this hungry, wretched asylum seeker, the idiot that was brought to Italy, his prostitution of money, according to his people that live there, is not me that said it. He couldn't defeat it if it was lie. Somebody said it in the program. Mazzi, Ekezie, Italian deputy, Italian national treasurer. That he knows him when he came to Italy, how he came to Italy. He told me he has never contributed a dime in IPOB. Or the sleeping in the house we contributed money for BTB in Italy. They have been paying for about 2 to 3 years now. Now, China Sanworu's elder sister now is their financial treasurer or whatnot there. IPOB is not a family business. To speak in the ill manner they speak against our leader. I want to address this guy this night. I want you to listen. And people will stood there eating rice and drinking and clapping hands. And the so-called zombie, this animal you see in here that was sleeping in IPOB head office in Germany with pot of soup he's cooking. He's homeless in Germany and he's living himself in our office. Collins Rumike. Says 21 bottle. All of them were there clapping. Why this guy was openly? I wouldn't be surprised because he said it in his audio when he talked about our leader with disdain. But who is Patrick in Kem to open his guts to talk about IPOB that he knew nothing about? George Onyibe that brought him is in the dustbin of history. These are people that came for IPOB. These are people that came in entitlement. They're not freedom fighters. The entitlement is what we need to do away with in IPOB. When you come out, you're not gonna do it. That's not entitlement. We need to know all those. And now I understood why when you say 100 men. It's getting to midnight. I need to deal with this issue and move on, please. Because right now I'm being aggravated. I'm angry.
Is a future. Yes. And you cannot build any future without obstacles. And obstacles that does not kill you make you stronger. For us to have been able to survive after the abduction of Mazzi NNAMDI KANU, I've been able to survive all the storms, and I've been able to get here today. IPOB being intact is.
Ask him what did he survive? Being intact that you guys gather yourself in Milan and eating rice and dancing. Ask it at this animal. Onyendi is going to be 3 years on the 19th of this June. Tell him to come out and tell you what they have achieved. They have destroyed everything. Let him tell his achievement. Now they can share money among themselves. That's their achievement. I'll just show you a picture when we are putting code of conduct. But listen to him. Why people are there clapping? Directly to Mazzi NNAMDI KANU and his family. Directly. and mocking his dead parents. And people are clapping. He told me that thunder will not strike all of you.
Kudos to the leadership and every IPOB member standing up.
When you look at this guy, found out that he's intoxicated, he said, kudos to leadership. Ask him. I don't know the kind of work he does. The people that live in Italy, there's something they say he's doing, which I know I've been on phone with him sometimes. That's kind of noise I hear. I don't want to talk. I don't want to go into people's personal life. I'm not here to take a shot at people. What do anybody do for their living? That's what fits them. And I respect that. But what I'm saying is this. This guy, for have the nerve to speak the way he speaks against Onyendu, without being any contributor in IPOB, without even understanding the foundation of IPOB. That's my anger. And people are there clapping.
And there is one thing I also want our people to understand, that what we are doing is a process. And whatever result you get at the end of the day does not matter if it does not go through the right process.
Yeah.
What we have seen since Mazzi NNAMDI KANU.
He said it does not matter if you go through the right process. Do you listen to what this guy is saying? Sometimes people talk without, I say like he's intoxicated because they've been drinking. So he just let out some things that he never knew when he spoke them. But like I said, internet, there's a bit I'm going to play on the end of this program. The word he says is what is going to haunt you for the rest of your life. Remember what he said. You don't even know what he said.
Abduction. And even before his abduction, is part of that process. We have seen people who wanted the leadership of IPOB to fail by every means possible. And that was why they seized the funding. Exactly. It even came to my notice that even while Mazzi NNAMDI KANU was around, the Directorate of State didn't have any budget to run the affairs of the Directorate of State.
You see, people are talking that they seize the fund. Which fund is he talking about? It is important that he asks people question. This clown, you ask him question. Which fund is he talking about? Nobody asked him that question. That the Directorate of State did not have the fund to run the affair of Directorate of State. Which affair are they running? No one asked that question. How IPOB is structured. None of these individuals need to get in contact with money. Where you work, you get paid. The people that pay you is through the structure, how the company is, and it's come from the finance department, which go through the process through the HR, human resources. So what does it got to do? Chikapole, Doziem, and so-called Chinas, and these individuals were getting money the way they was getting money when Onyendu was there. But the problem was that it was not accounting for the money that they were getting. And it's on record. So when you hear him talk, he's talking as if we are running a Nigerian system. Because anybody that have his senses right, listen to this guy, will laugh his head up. Very, very important people understand. But like I said, nobody, maybe people didn't pick this up, but this particular word, this guy speak, we haunt him for the rest of his life. Patrick can remember what George Umeh said. You see this particular, probably you're drunk because your eyeballs show that you're not a normal person. You are intoxicated. Yeah? But this particular jamboree that you guys hosted in Italy will rob you to mud. But you going after Mazzi NNAMDI KANU and his family for no just cost, because you want to score it. You want to continue, you guys want to stop coercing yourself and stealing with pretense. All the money you guys collected, what have you done with the money? Which project? You guys collected almost 8.something million to go and say fake funding in Italy where you are and go and murder that Mende and his man. Is it including in project you guys talking about the money you don't do? Can Chikapole was getting paid 2,000 euros, which is still not pay tax to German government. That case is hanging in his neck. Did he tell you that he was getting paid 2,000 euros every month? I'm asking you, Patrick Inkem, you demented fool. You got the nerve. You wanker.
There was no budget for the DOS to function independently. And that was the reason you saw
DOS will function independently as what? Using word, it can't even substantiate the word. Independent under who? We are freedom fighters, static one. You static illiterate. Using word, you don't even know the definition of what you're using. Independent by who? You elected them. They were appointed by one man, answerable to one man, and that's end of discussion. It's in our code of conduct and audit. We took it under one man's name. You buffoon.
a woman who now took advantage of this to humiliate people, to humiliate members of the DOS, because she feels that the funding comes through her. And you have to be answerable to her to be able to have any funding to work, which is completely wrong. And this is the structure that was put in place. But IPO.
Okay, now answerable to her means you need to put black and white what you need to do with this. You see where the problem now, he's giving information actually what transpired. You know, answerable to Madam Nenyanya. Madam Nenyanya is asking you, if you work for a company, I don't know where you work, but if you're working for a company send you on error. Even if you buy water, company want the receipt. Company won't pay you with if you don't prove the receipt of what you bought for. So they cannot operate independent. And before Madam Nenyanya will assign any fund to you, Madam Nenyanya need to see what the money was to be used for. That's why we have a structure. It's not answerable to Madam Nenyanya. That's how you work in the real world. You get, I know you work, it doesn't matter what you do. You still get paid, even if they're paying you at hand. If somebody's paying you, comes at hand. Is somebody paying you? Because you've done a word, it's rendered a service, that's why you're getting paid. So when you want money from IPOB, you need to tell us what you do with the money. That's why we have financial department, so they can account for that money. That was the job of the woman. Is it answerable to her? On what? You see how you're making, like I said, you're under influence of alcohol, but you have made mess. Like I said, this is critical analysis, and I don't mess around. I don't. You have now sowed a seed of decoy that will haunt you and your generation. Your peers, some of them, look at where they are today. Go and look for them. They know where to be found. And it is you that I don't know how to classify you. That you dabbling into things you don't even know. You don't know anything. You're talking about things you don't know. They put you in a forum and DAS and they think you have arrived. Bunch of moron. You're talking something you're not aware of. Answerable to Madam Nenyanya for you to show, are you going to take company's money if it's a company money? Organization like IPOB that people public fund for you to use it. That is why Onyenu could be able to present our bank statement when we talked about our defense fund. All the money you people have collected, can you account for them today? Who is managing the money? I'm asking a question.
We as a people are going to change it, and we are changing it. Now, our people need to understand.
Look at these guys are funny. I didn't know that this guy is a monk. To be honest, I never knew that this guy is this vulnerable. Jesus Christ.
That the Biafra we are building is a Biafra for the people.
Exactly.
Nobody have come into IPOB to work in the vineyard of any family in Biafra land. It is going to be your own responsibility. It is going to be your own choice. If you decide to work in the vineyard of a particular family in the name of trying to please anybody. But I believe that any sacrifice that has been made at the top have also been made at the bottom. People have died in different families, in different people we don't even know where they are coming from. So we should not focus on a particular family that have lost people, because we have lost people everywhere. Every family in Biafra land in this struggle.
If you notice, who was supporting him is Tony Nzurumike to see that it's a collaborative effort. This topic now is directly to say one man to Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu. I want you to pay attention. It's directly to Onyendu. Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu have never come out to ask you to worship him. But on 30th of May, you guys find it fit to mock Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu's parents. Because this is a mock. Patrick Nkem and Tony One Bottle and just morons sitting down there looking at you. The day you guys choose this to honor the hero and heroines of Biafra, the day you choose to mock the death. And this is how your own death and your generation will be mocked. Mark today's date. Whenever I say something, go and check. Everything I have told people before you. I'm not talking about because Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu fighting that family alone, you have sowed a seed of discord. Now, for you to make this assertion publicly, I don't know if you're under oath or not. I'm not going to stand because I don't know. I don't know which kind of oath you took. But for you to speak on this ill manner, you use the word one man, and that one man is the man who took no oath under his name. And that is where your religion is supposed to be. Because now you're deviating from IPOB, talking about the Nigerian sector. The Nigerian formation is what now you're talking about. It is not about freedom fighting. We have not emerged as a nation yet. We are before a nation. We are not now. We are not. Because you still use, as you are, you still have Nigerian passports. If you check you now, you still have Nigerian passports. So we still aspiring to restore our nation. Very, very important.
Between 1967 to 17, I've lost family members. So nobody should take advantage of the fact that I lost my father, I lost my mother, or that I should be compensated. If you start compensating, how many people are you going to compensate?
You see, do you hear what he said? I lost my father, I lost my mother, you should be compensated. Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu ask him to compensate him. Patrick Nkem. You're talking to Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu, so what is it called? Tony Nzurumike is there backing you up. So I want it to be clear. I will cut out this particular audio and it's going to go viral for you. Because remember the day you mock Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu's parents again. After Ikenga did, now you're here. Yeah, but when Ikenga's mother died, I have not told Ikenga. Now I don't know where he is. But you see all of you, I will remember you. Like Onyendu said, when he called, and we go into microwave and warm it up. There's no everything. I have your files. I don't mock that. When Ikenga started, I warned him. I mentioned his name today. Full name. Chibuze Guatu. Because I know when he was calling from Mozambique in one kiosk. Now, while I'm mentioning him tonight, I want to connect him to you. When he has the nerve to discredit Aparikubeka, I remember what I told him. When his mother died, his balls were cold. Nobody mocked death. And I never come out and speak about that particular incident. But I will speak about it on a very good day. Because I have the evidence I need. I kept it for him, waiting at the right time. Every evidence I inquired from that guy, all the things I've spoken, I have all of them. Some of you don't understand the way we prepare on this struggle. You, tonight, when I had this, you said, I never take you serious for a minute, but since now you are the next person they have now brought out to go after Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu and his parents and have the time and the day you're choosing is the day you're supposed to honor them. That day is the day you're mocking them. You see how it goes. I want to finish up with this and close this program because it's midnight here in the UK.
It means that everybody must be compensated equally. Now, there is one thing I want to do before I go. It is left for the Biafran people to decide if they want to be in charge of their struggle. It is left for Biafran people to decide if they want to be in charge of their own lives and government. It is left for you to decide if you want it to hand your destiny over to one man who will rule it, ruin it, and return us to the zoo that we are fighting to come out from.
Did you hear him? One man will rule it, ruin it, and return us back to the zoo we are. This guy was prepared to mock Mazzi Nnamdi Kanu. How you had Patrick Nkem? Not one man will ruin and return us back to where we come. Patrick Nkem is talking to NNAMDI KANU. There's no one man. He's talking to Onyendu. And Tony Nzulumike, this animal, this buffoon, holding one stout. All of them was intoxicated. But you see, it is when people are drunk, they will speak the truth. Maybe today, if you ask him to come out again and say all the things he say, he won't be able to say it. But that's why internet is dangerous. You know, the conventional media houses, they edit things when it happens. But social media, you can't delete anything in social. Anybody that says that he has something in social media, you're lying, because somebody have recorded that and put it in his own drive. He cannot record something, he cannot delete something that in my drive. It's not possible. It doesn't work that way. For your information, they were there, they planned it. They chose the day to mock Onyendu and his parents. It was the day, the 20th anniversary of remembering our heroes and heroes that MAZI instituted, was the day they chose to mock him and mock him. What he's celebrating was the man he's referring to that are going to ruin and return it back to where they are. And the man that has spent 3 years in the SS dungeon, the man that is seeking asylum under his name, is the man he's referring to.
It is the Biafran people that will make the final decision where this struggle is going, where it should go, and how we are going to free ourselves. And that's all I have to say.
They clap for him, but they have digged your grave. That's what I have to tell you. They have dug your grave, my brother. Mark my words somewhere. I want to remind you, social media does not forget. I want to play this particular audio here. This audio is going to you, Patrick Nkem, and the rest of you, including China Samankita. Remember, social media does not forget. The person that murdered Tupac 3 decades ago, the person is in prison now. It was what he said in podcast that got him in prison. Listen to this. Maybe you will learn, or you will learn in a hard way. This young woman sat in a podcast interview, vomited a lot of things. After she vomited that, he's come back to haunt her. What he said, he was talking to Onyendu. Maybe nobody have told you, but I've told you tonight. Like I said, this is critical analysis, and we fear nobody. There's nothing that is too big to talk here. It's not who you are. As long as I stand on the side of the truth, because I will give you evidence before I speak about it.
Our Media International
Sent me an email to return my certificate within 48 hours. I want to ask, is this right? That certificate I earned.
That is a question you need to ask yourself. When you come in the public domain and knock chairs that is slept with lecturers to acquire a certificate, that means you're dumb. You're not the first person. I remember when I was one of my ex-girlfriend back in the days. She told me the same thing. 90% of you, that's what happened. And they know it. Because when they put you in a real trial, you don't know jack. Because when the girl went to work for oil company, after he met a British guy, and when they put her to work, she turned to me and said, George, to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm doing here. It's like I have to go back to school. I said, well, that's reality. Because in this country, it doesn't matter who you are. When you come here, they will put you on, after you say you qualify, they will put you on internship to find out, at least you to prove that actually what you said you learned, that you can prove it. That is why I made the country the way it is. There's no rocket science there. So, a situation, the reason why I'm bringing this here, I'm reminding the lives of Patrick Nkem and those that have spoke ill about people that did nothing, like crying out, blackmailing. Everything that have come out of your mouth, you record them. Now, this is what has happened to this young lady. Maybe in her next life, if you sleep with bosses, it's not something you should be proud of, because you want to go viral and you sit down and use words that doesn't mean anything and say things that you know is improper. And whatever you say will haunt you. Anybody that taking responsibility on things, be mindful. That's why when police stop you, even if you commit crime or you didn't commit crime, they say be watchful, be mindful of what he said, that will be used against you. You have the right to remain silent. It's better you shut your mouth, not say a word, than to say something. Because whatever you say is been recorded on the camera and it will be used against you in the court of law. That's what happened to him. And that is what is going to happen to majority of us that have been in space of social media for the past 3 years, especially since Onyendu was rendition. Remember this. It's going to come. It's just a matter of time.
It. I worked hard for it. Why should I return it? Huh? They sent me an email to return a certificate I worked so hard for. Okay.
Okay.
How not like that? Then I know so many of my course mates that will return their own.
Yeah, it's true.
I know so many of my course mates that will return their own certificate.
Yeah, but they can't prove them because
I'm really going through a lot.
Anyway, this is just a reminder, and fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, is a great opportunity once again to come here, do what we do best. The purpose of this program is to educate our people and guide our people based on people that felt that there's no another place they could get something that is reliable. Biafra Alpha Power Media is basically where we break things down. Our mother station is Biafra Radio. And Onyendu is coming on court again on the 19th. And all road lists are Abuja, those that can be able to go there. And we know that our leader have no case to answer. Everybody knows that. The whole world knows that. The African Union Charter, all the courts is rendition alone. Rendition alone is a crime against humanity. So there's no ground that will stand to try the Onyendu. We know that. But they should have to do the right thing. One thing is certain, like Onyendu said, he said it's either the flag of Biafra is raised or it's lower 6 big day. And people are saying that Onyendu will lead us, one man will lead us and return us back to. But you are the person that have the biggest problem we have is that you see, we now that are claiming that we are IPOB and Biafrans. Imagine all the campaign we are carried against Nigerians as a state. You are behaving worse than the Fulanese that are carrying the Marudas themselves. I prefer the Marudas, you people. I'm talking to you. We prefer to deal with the Maruda than the you people. Because on cost of this 10+ years, our leader has been banging upon our people. Because one thing is that to detox our people with the mentality of that zoo, that mentality is what you people want to bring in things we are doing. That's why you think it's your entitlement to be in charge of finance. But you're not in your workplace. You are limited to where finance is. All you do is to do your work and your money comes into your account maybe weekly or monthly. You don't question anything. The word is enough for wise. And like I said, we'll become intermediary this time around because there's a lot going on. And our job is to break things down. And what we do, these brokers, by God given, is going to be break down where it's necessary to be pushed out. We push it out again. Just purpose to educate our people. Yeah, there's no prejudice. When they make some, absurd statements, is our right to come here and correct them. Lying on blackmailing people is not acceptable in IPOB. And cabal is not allowed as IPOB. Onyendu said it, and that is how it is. And it's your entitlement to speak out when you see people doing things as improper. It's guided by our code of conduct. That's why I want you tonight, from my monologue to closing this program, go back and read your code of conduct. And may Chukwu Kabiyama continue to guide and protect our leader and IPOB at large. Those that still believe in the cause of why we're here. Even those that are falling on the wayside, may Chukwu Kabiyama continue to guide them. Because we know we build differently, that some people cannot withstand the heat. That's why when they say 100 men, some people are questioning, why did they say 100 men? It's a messenger. The message was clear. The number was clear because when you listen to speak the lives of Patrick and Kemi, you ask yourself a question. The man that is in That a man that is in DSS dungeon that can cut a deal, only they can cut a deal today and come out tomorrow and be the biggest man on earth. Somebody sat down after drinking some 2, 3, 4 Guinness and he started uttering unguarded statement against the same man that is said that is propagating, and the man that gave him the platform where he was saying that. So how now, if you meant to go to any government organization tomorrow and they pull this video and put it down and ask you to analyze this video, who are you referring to? Because you're talking about the nation you want to build. So who is this man you're talking to? We want to know. Before now, we'll have a conversation with you. Can you please explain the reason behind your claim? And what evidence have you got to prove all these things you're saying? Very, very important. So my prayer tonight is the God to give us a discerning mind. And above all, people should put themselves behind, not before. Put your differences away and focus on the goal, which is to restore Biafra. Most importantly, only the golden egg we have before us is still languishing in the DSS dungeon by choice. Get my point? By choice. He can choose tonight to say, you know what? To hell with all of you acting like rats in the cage. I had enough. Today is Father's Day. Nemeka and his younger brother is not with their father. All of you are home, marrying with your kids. 3 years in a row. They have missed the Christmas. They have missed every single thing. Nemeka was born. Our leader was in prison in 2016. He came out again. Couple 2 years or whatnot. Again, he was kidnapped. The boy have not half time with his father, not his younger brother or his younger sister. I don't know which the second one is. But some people will have the temerity to still sit down and mock this man with his family, with his dead parents publicly. This is unpardonable. And may Chukwu Kada my guide and protect all of us. And from me from here, it's good night.